They said it couldn't be done. They said he ran out of ideas. No, we're just getting started. Welcome back to the Wheel of Minecraft. That's right. What is the Wheel of Minecraft? Is it take 8 items and kill the Ender Dragon? No, sweetie. You clearly don't watch my Minecraft series. We're gonna build today. We're gonna build. That's right. We're gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna spin it 6 times. Not 8 times. 6 times. And upon spinning this stupid little wheel, we're going to be getting blocks that we then are forced to use to build in-game. Now, why 6? It's really difficult to have 8 really random blocks to build with. And to just kind of help us out a little bit as well, we're going to get the ability to use 2 other blocks as well of our choice. The rules are going to be pretty lenient, and I'm just going to start spinning now. There's so many blocks in this game and so much that you need to make things look good. The Wheel of Wood is a phenomenal place to start. Please, for the love of God, just give me some dark oak planks, and it will fit right in with everything else that we've done in the game. Come on, show me the money, show me the money, show me the money. It's the worst log in the game. Fantastic. Actually, no, that's birch. But acacia logs. Those go really well underground. So maybe this is a sign that we'll be going underground in-game. But we'll see. We will be building in creative, which I think is fair. And we'll be building in our world that we've been building in just to keep sprucing it up, no pun intended, and having a good time. Dude, stone, I can't deny. That's like fitting into this underground theme that we got. Maybe andesite here, or just cobble or something. Obsidian, huh? Okay, that's much weirder, I'm gonna be honest. Significantly weirder, but we can make it work, I suppose. That's two spins down, 4 to go. We'll see what happens. I don't like obsidian at all. I think it looks terrible. And we're going to... That's on the Wheel of the Valley. It looks like it's a very tiny little sliver on that, so we're heading to the valley. What can you find in the Wheel of the Valley, you may ask? These are all things that can be found in a mesa or in like tall cliffy areas where there would be a valley in between them. A lot of good stuff here. What an absolutely blessed block to not land on bricks. We get bone block, which I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I didn't even know there were bone blocks in the game, but I'm assuming that's going to be a nice white block, and I think that I can actually do a lot with that, and I bet that's going to pair well with obsidian, so we shall see. Some more stone. This would be a really bad time to get like prismarine or something like that. Really anything else is going to go okay here. You know, sometimes I think this wheel just plays a really sick trick on me. What the hell am I going to do with prismarine? And the answer is, I don't know, dude. That just threw a massive monkey wrench in my plan. Yeah, I don't know. Prismarine's a terrible block. I don't really know what to do with that. And now we go back to the Wheel of Stone. I don't know. I shouldn't even say something, right? That's the Wheel of Color. I shouldn't even say something. I don't know what I don't want now. Dark Prismarine, is that what I don't want? More obsidian? I mean, that's a respin because you can't have 2 of the same block here. Dark Prismarine, is that what I'm getting? Stone bricks. I can at least work with those, dude. Used a couple stone bricks in my life. That's 5 down. We have 1 more spin to go to figure out what the hell we're putting in this run. I still don't know what I'm building. I'm going to take a small break after this and kind of walk around and figure it out. I get a choice, huh? Okay. So we got acacia, obsidian, bone block, prismarine, and stone bricks. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna go Minecraft. I don't know what my computer's doing. Look, man, things are strange sometimes. Now you just see the massive window capture I've set up. I'm going to go with dark oak, and we're just gonna figure it out as we go. I don't know where I'm putting things yet, which is why I need to take some time to walk around in game. But don't you worry. When I am ready, I will take you in, and we'll be there, and then we'll have a nice run. And by run, I mean small, nice building session. I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, we here, back in the world. You're going to notice a couple things real quick upon going in. I actually did a little bit of building off camera. We extended out the wheat here a little bit, which I think looks really nice, to be honest with you. It's now a little bit more spread out. I do want to bring it up this way as well. But I mean, we'll see, I think. It takes a long time to do that, and I don't really want to do it again. But anyway, we made a couple of changes in here. I came back through in creative and made a couple of changes inside the cave. I added this little nice thing because I feel like we're missing some depth going on at the front here. Hello. I like this. I think it looks fine. I think we can still make improvements. And it might be literally as simple as doing like a little bit of something like this in there. I mean, looking at it now, I don't really think that was the option that I wanted here, but that's okay. But this continues on all the way down now, which we did not do in the last episode. I think it looks really good. It's fitting the theme that I want. And it brings us down to right here, which is where we had our cave in the channel update. Now, this is the question of the hour, ain't it? What the hell are we going to do with our current blocks? It's a crappy array, man. It's a really crappy array. I don't like these at all. I think this is difficult to work with as a whole, but I think there's a little bit of hope. And I think that this is an interesting mechanic to have a cave come down this way, and I think that I don't like it at all. I kind of want this to be secluded, so what I might do is eventually block this off here. But here's kind of what I'm imagining, okay? And someone actually commented that they thought that I should do this down here. Now, does this lob it? This goes up as well. There's multiple entries down into here. That's actually very interesting. We may want to block this off as well. So as soon as we come down, imagine this in your head right now. I'm gonna fix my hair. Imagine this in your head. This is kind of a big open area that eventually you kind of have the ceiling go up into a circle, and it's kind of a circular area, and there's just a single tree kind of chilling in the center, and it's very serene. And we could have, you know, some prismarine down here, some obsidian, because the thing is, these two blocks, I know they look like they're clashing, but I actually kind of like them together when you throw in the bone block into this. Like, those are three okay colors. You know, when you make a pattern, something along the lines of, you know, this in here, that can make a really fascinating floor that is kind of mystical, but also doesn't look like absolute garbage kind of thing. So I think we're going to try. I want to dig this all out anyway, so this is a good opportunity for me to do that. This might look like garbage at the end, but that's the wheel of Minecraft for you. I'm not really sure that the wheel of Minecraft is here to be easy. I think we got a little bit lucky that these blocks are actually remotely okay to work with. Because I think there's honestly some really terrible ones that we could have gotten. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dig out some of this. That's going to be relatively boring for you to watch. I'm going to replace some walls with some stone and stuff. That's just terraforming. I don't really think that really matters. I'll eventually go back through there and do it anyway, so it's not really part of the building per se. I'm going to do that. I might time-lapse it. I probably won't. But I'm going to dig this out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, it's a little bit dark in here, so I'm going to get a torch so that you guys can kind of see what's going on, but I kind of obliterated this area. There's no doubt about that. I also moved our staircase a little bit. It used to come out right here, like literally this shot straight forward. I moved it over a little bit, and the reasoning is this creates this nice big passageway into this area, and then straight forward, straight up is the patch of dirt that was super easy to find. Now, for reference, this is right outside the house. It'll be very easy to disguise this. You won't even notice that it's here. But then we can have a tree, so to speak, right here. And I don't know how we're going to do the tree. I might custom make it. It'll look a little disgusting, I'm sure, because I'm not amazing at that. But I might try. But otherwise, I kind of like this, man. And I think that this is a really good place for us to just start getting a frame going for our spot. So I think I'm going to do a kind of ring of wood around this place. And that should be, so that's 5 across right there, and then an extra 1 on each side. It'll probably be fine. Let's do something along the lines of this, with then that, and then another one of those. And then that's, no, absolutely not. What am I doing, dude? Let's do 2 of those, and then over. That's too much, I think. Let's rethink this. Let's go like that, and then like that, and then over, and then that goes across for 5, and then we just repeat this as we go. I think that might work. I don't know, man. I'm kind of, a lot of this is BSing it as I go and hoping for the best. Like, this has to come out more, and this is where I've been using TNT kind of handle some of this. That's probably too much, but what's a little explosion on a Friday afternoon to get you going, I guess? Yeah, it worked out fine, actually. Sometimes TNT takes you to a bad place. Sometimes TNT takes you to a good place, I guess. Okay, let's keep this going. We'll build this out to here, and then bring it around to here. 5 across, 2 up, 2 up, cross, down, and somehow that is entirely messed up. What did I do wrong? It's also an oval. Did I mess something up along the way? 2 over, 2 over. I'm very confused. This should work. Did I mess something up? This, because it's not 5 across, dude. It's significantly more than 5 across. It's 7 across. Okay, let's retool that then. That is why we are not getting the desired results. Building circles in a game where there's not supposed to be circles definitely it breaks your brain a little bit. We are going to have to clear out more of the ceiling. You're going to want this to eventually be fairly dome-y. I honestly, I think that we could probably chuck down more TNT if we wanted. Let's come up here, kind of dig in a little bit. That will be, once again, probably too much, but we're going to roll with it. And then you might as well do a little bit there. That cleared it up nicely. It's starting to get up there a little bit, but that's okay. So where's the rain at? It's still kind of smack dab center, which is fine. That's what we're looking for. I just want to make sure that we're remaining true to the initial vision of this place. And that is definitely on track to be correct. So all good. We're going to need more TNT over here. I'm going to kind of get this frame, and then I'm going to cut back, and then we can actually build and chat and hang out here. Okay, this isn't terrible. We've got kind of the frame down. It's simple. I'm not going to deny that, but I think it works. I'm going to get this bone in all the way around here. And I'm going to make sure that it's going in the same direction, because there is a very, very slight tint on this block. It is good to know, though, because it actually, it works well as an alternative to quartz. I don't even know where you get this block, but I saw bones and I was like, I mean, in a valley, it makes enough sense, right? And it's actually, it's a very, very nice block. You can see the tint a little bit on the sides of it when you're going in a different direction. But it works. I think it'll look great in here, and I think it pairs really well with the dark oak that we got to Tyler's pick on this one. What am I going to do with that acacia? We're going to put it in the walls around here. And you're going to see, I am going to need, one of my blocks is going to be stone that I bring in as one of my call a friend 2s. But the issue is I also am going to probably need some leaves as well. We do have technically logs for the tree in the acacia logs. I might use those there as well. But for right now, I just want to get this in, and then we can start to mess with this prismarine and the obsidian. I think that that's going to be where this either starts to look really, really good or it just looks so terrible that it's not going to work. And I'm hoping that we can make it work. I think that the white, the blue, the purple surprisingly goes okay together. But I suppose this is a big old we'll see. You know, this is kind of, we're committing to something in the world right now. We're committing to bringing in a new area, so to speak. This is kind of the corner piece of the hobbit hole that we've been making. Do we really want it to look like this? I think I'm okay with it. So I mean, that looks super nice, and you start to bring in the dark oak as you're coming down here, and it becomes a little less rustic, and you open up into this beautiful area. And then in the center, and we can kind of figure out how we want to do this. It's gonna be like boom, boom, boom. So it's 5 across. You probably still want to do 5 here, but you probably want it to be 1 further down, because then you can do something along the lines of that, and that should absolutely work, just like that. And then in the center of this, obviously you're gonna lay down some dirt, and you're gonna have a tree. And the water, I mean, the rain is helping picture this perfectly. It's going directly. Well, it ain't directly. Can we maybe instead bring this out a bit more and then bring this back in? Because I'd actually prefer for it to sit a little bit more in the middle. And I think that this is fine. You know, having the hole here that's pretty much straight down on it. I think that works as well as we're going to have it. And the nice thing is, since we're still in a cave, and we're going to keep that similar atmosphere in here. Like, we're going to clean up these walls around here, and I think that will start to make it look even better. Now, you might want the walls to be a little messy, though. Like, do you want to have this straight conforming to around the dark oak? It's a question, isn't it? I think that we want to see it to start, which is why I'm going to use up stone as one of my extra blocks here. I think you want to see what it looks like with it conforming to the wall, but I'm not positive you want to keep it like this. Torches don't count, by the way. These are for you, so that you can actually see down here. It's not a necessity for me, and those are definitely not going to be where they are in the future. We can texture this at least a little bit. We'd never mind, not like that. It'd be like this, and I mean, it looks nice. That could definitely be an entrance to like another area type thing. You run into where this over here, I hit a little bit too much as we went, and we kind of destroyed a lot of natural cave-looking land. And that's not an issue, because we can go through. You just saw me make a freaking cave in the last episode. It's a little... That's not an issue. And obviously this granite is going to have to go as well, because it's an ugly block, dude, and I don't care about it. Little quick flips in there is all you really need to be happy, but this is looking fine. And I think that once I finish up like this little wall right here, we're going to take a step back and we're going to see exactly how this is looking. I think the answer is going to be terrible, which is why we're going to need to texture it up and make it look a little bit better. But how is this? I'll tell you what, dude, it actually is not that bad. This is kind of the direction that I was going with this, so I'm fine that it looks like this. Keep in mind, there's still a lot of wall texturing to make this look like you're coming into this secluded, secret part of the cave that nobody knows about, kind of thing. The straight, flat stone walls is not going to portray that at the current moment. Now, are we going to need to go back in? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to use more than 2 extra blocks, because we're going to want to texture this wall properly. You know, that's not something that you want to half-ass here. You want to do it actually legitimately well. But when you look at this right now, you're going, this wasn't that bad. You know, we completely knocked out this cave before, and now we have, to some extent, and there's going to be spawns in those walls for sure, but we have to some extent built this back, and this over here is going to need to, we're going to need to legitimately rebuild this slope. And that's not an issue. I can do this pretty easily. This is kind of terraforming 101 with Tyler. Don't be afraid to pull out the TNT. It is a good bit of advice there. Believe it or not, it actually, since, you know, it's something that is used, I'm not going to say it's used in the game, but since it's something made by the people that made natural terrain generation, you can kind of use it to get things started, and then just, you know, smooth it out to make it look fine. Like, all of a sudden, it looks flawless. It's like there was no issues here before. It looks really good. Diorite can go here, and if you misplay a block, who cares, man? It's natural, you know? If I accidentally place a stone here and there, it's not an issue. I just think diorite looks bad. You know, we'll throw in some cobblestone here and there. Like, this dirt block needs to not do that. But now we have this nice room. What do you do with the nice room? That's a good question. This is where we start to, I think we have to start playing with this prismarine. Let's do it. Let's just start. Oh, God, dude, I actually really don't like it. I'm just going to place a couple around here. Oh, I don't like it at all, which is a big old issue for us. Maybe I can grow into it if I only do it in, like, this area, and then we bring it kind of into here, where it's kind of, you know, as you're coming down, you're piecing this together a little bit, and you're going, wow, this is strange. What is this blue stuff? And then you turn the corner, and it's kind of infested into here, and then the kind of the wood is dispersed through as well, and you're going, okay, this is funky. What kind of weird blue stuff, you know? Like, does this work the way that we have it? I'm gonna tell you right now, I think the answer's maybe no, but as I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, I can see it a tiny bit. Is that one a little bit too strong? I think that one's a little bit too strong, but you could put, like, one in the corner there, so as you're coming down, tint to blue in the back, and then you turn, you see this, and then you come down, and it's almost there for me, is what I'm gonna say. I think that for what we have to do, I think it'll work, since we have to use these blocks. I don't know where the hell else I'm going to use them, is kind of the issue that I'm sitting in right now. Like, where else am I going to be able to use prismarine and obsidian in the same spot and have it look good? You know, these can kind of crawl into the ends of this. But then we're going to have this super serene tree kind of sitting in the middle. And maybe that's even what we want to do next. I don't know. It kind of works. This is kind of what I was imagining in my head. I just expected it to look a little bit nicer. But I suppose let's get the dirt in here. And this is actually a good time for us to maybe say we don't want to raise this up. We want to instead embed it. But then raise up by a slab around this with the wood. I think that would look fine. I genuinely think when we change the walls up, that's what's going to make this look nicer, is when we make it look like an actual cave. And we add in those same features that we have going down. Because it's going to make this look more natural. Right now it seems like you popped out of Indiana Jones and straight into Harry Potter. And that's not the look that I'm going for at all. But we can kind of do this. And then I said that slabs were fair game because it's still dark oak for us. So then these kind of go around like so. And then this is where we would have the tree. And I think that looks better, relatively speaking, I guess. Because you then have some form of tree in here, and it can be, I'm literally just spitballing. Don't think that this is at all how this is going to end up. I just want to get a pseudo structure of a tree in here so that we can get an idea, just a little bit of a grasp on how this might possibly look. And once again, I will tell you, do not judge this too much. It's been a while since I've made a good looking custom tree, or any custom tree for that matter. It's too beefy on the bottom. And then you have leaves on it. It's a little bit weird, and I hate the orange, which is why I think I'm going to come right in and do one of these. We never specified stripped or not, and stripped is a new block to me, so I kind of forgot that this existed. But we can make that look like 200 times better. And then this is where you can start to put this into the walls, and it actually does, it makes sense. The gray works, and it adds just a little bit into these walls. And I'm not afraid to put this pretty much everywhere because it does work to add texture. This is one of those like little known Minecraft things, at least little known back when I used to play, was that acacia wood looked very, very good in caves. That's way too close. Do not do that. Okay. So it kind of comes in, hello creepy noise again. It comes in, and then this can kind of go in the walls everywhere. And this starts our process of making this place look cavey, you know? You slip it in here and there. Not a problem. Keep in mind you're going to have more cobblestone, leaves around here as well. Leaves are going to be an important one for us. And you've kind of seen how we've been using leaves already to our benefit. Is going to be just as important for us. We can do a little double up right there. So now you come in, you're looking around. Place is looking a little bit more natural than it did before. Maybe now is a good time for us to try the leaves out, and maybe I will try acacia. I don't see an issue quite with doing that. It's not going to look like an acacia tree. If it looked like an acacia tree, it would be quite different. But yeah, it's not amazing. This is not a lot of space to build a tree down here. But you can make it work a bit by just bringing this up and then bring it all the way up like this, and pretty soon you've made a pseudo tree that might not be the best Linux command on the planet here, but it's a pseudo tree for sure. And you come down. I don't know, man. The branches themselves are still looking a little bit. They're looking off, and I think that we can fix it. Like I don't think that this is a doomsday crisis for us. That these, it's just the roots are a little bit too big, man. Maybe something like that. That looks a little bit better, actually. I still think that we need something else going on. Like, is there... Acacia fence doesn't really work here, actually. Maybe andesite wall. We need some form of fence to kind of tie this together. Maybe we just need dark oak in there to kind of add a little bit. I wish that didn't connect, actually. Like that. And then that. It's a little bit better. We'll work on the tree. That's not a huge concern of mine, because I think that we can fix up and make okay. But let's bone meal this. This is what is going to add that little bit of natural in the bottom of a. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see it. It's okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. I think at this point, I kind of just, I want to, my hair, dude. I want to just do caveifying, you know? Just caveify the place. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do that. Because there's so much that you can do with it. So stone bricks, obviously, we have to use them, which is why we're going to go ahead and just start tossing them in now. We got lucky that we have a couple of blocks that work as cavifying blocks. I'm looking at what else we have to use. We've actually used all of our blocks. So it's a successful wheel of Minecraft, as long as you guys don't look at this and go, hey, Tyler, it looks like total freaking garbage. In which case, might tear it all down at the end of this before we head back into the next actual Minecraft video for the series. But it's not terrible. It gets a little bit busy over here, and clearly this is not fully completed yet. I haven't finished the movement of the walls in here to make it look perfect. But now the stone brick is in there. It looks nice. This is where I am going to break my rules a little bit and start to spawn some extra blocks, and those extra blocks are going to be cobble. And I think that this is a good time. We don't want to keep the uniformity of this area. We want to make it a little bit messy, because the messiness is what brings out the cave part of this. So you kind of drag the cobblestone up the wall here, and then that allows you to do things such as this, which I know I showed off before. You know, you bring this down, now you bring this down, and now you have a nice, you know, stalagmite. Stalagmite? You know, the stalagmite. It's Hollow Knight's brother, the stalagmite. But this kind of helps you to make a new cavey structure along here. And what's going to really help is we're going to be able to mess with the ceiling in here and do some really funky cave related stuff with that, you know, because this now, we bring this down to there, and that's a nice one. A little bit phallic, but we've gone over this. Phallic is okay when it comes to these structures out of the ceiling. Maybe a little, dude, there's new Minecraft music, I swear to God. One right there. You don't want them to be all over, although you are going to want to have one a little bit further up as well. Like right here, coming down. Right by the tree. No, not right by the tree. That looks terrible, actually. Probably have one a little bit higher up. Yeah, that's okay. It's coming along. Just continue to add your cobble. You may be like, Tyler, cobble looks gross. I disagree. I think it's actually a very, very nice block in this game. And I'm willing to hopefully try and prove you wrong by saying it looks bad. But those come down, and it's starting to, you're starting to see it. I know you're starting to see it, and you're going, Tyler, this actually looks quite okay in its current state. What we can do is do a little bit of, we still have these acacia logs technically in our arsenal. If you do a little bit of this with then this on top coming in here, you might want to move this. You don't want to block the view is the thing. You want to be able to see the tree, but now that looks a little okay for us because you have this kind of you come down, and now it's like you're entering into a temple almost. And I think that's the look we're going for. I'm not 100% positive about that, but I think it is. And this wood, you can actually disperse it around in here. And even, see, it sucks. There's no prismarine slabs or anything, are there? I don't think so. Yeah, see, that hurts us a little bit. Now, these stairs, we can actually use a bit to add a little bit of texture in here. Like a little bit of this here and there. Because we want it to be, we want it to look worn down a bit. Like that. That adds a little bit of texture to the flooring and looks pretty nice. Stone walls, once again, these can go anywhere, and we want to stick with our wood things that we've been doing. So we can put, you know, something along here. Possibly, how do you want to do this? Is that good? It doesn't look good to me, but I'm going to roll with it for right now. And kind of do a... You can have an overhang up here almost, and do something like this, and kind of stack fences down off the ceiling like it was built over at some point. Yo, it actually looks really good. I don't know what you think, but I think it looks good. Put these along here, and then this is kind of the moment of truth, and I feel like we're borderline nearing the end of this build. Stone slabs, cobblestone slabs, add so much texture to these walls, and it starts to look really nice when you come in and add these, because you get this just extra depth that you didn't have before. And you're going, Tyler, I doubted you, but I don't know how you did it. You made this look actually okay. And I'm going, you know what, man, I feel the exact same way. I didn't think this was looking good at all at the beginning. I also didn't really care for the blocks that we got, but we've made it work to some extent. I'm just going to continue to... I actually don't think you need them there. I think right here is an awesome place to do like that and just throw it in. And you could even do something along those lines there. Adds a little bit. And these you can kind of sprinkle into... You really don't want... Oh, there's nothing behind that. Never mind. I thought there was something behind that. These you can kind of put into the walls as we're going down. And adds a little bit of texture. But then come down. And this is starting to look like the final product, dude. It's okay, for sure. It's a little weird. I'm not going to deny that. But in terms of the strangest things that I've made in this game, this is not actually all that bad as a whole. We can kind of add another one of our stalactites up here. Kind of bring it down, and we want to grab this. That is not where we want that, dude. We want to bring this guy up over here instead. And bring this down off the ceiling. Not far. I mean, you want it to just be a little bit up top. Enough that you see it. Yeah, just like that. Up here, you're going to want to bring this up with stone as well. Like, you honestly, I'm not positive you want a lot of dirt showing at all. I think making the dirt less visible is going to make everybody a little bit happier in this one. You know, you want a glimpse of it at the top, but having the stone be the primary viewpoint here looks a little bit nicer, and there's a couple of dirt still sticking out around here. But now what we can kind of do to wrap up is my favorite. Give me the acacia leaves, and then you probably want to grab some andesite as well, because you can slip that into walls. So boom, 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 boom. You really don't want to do that, so let's grab just some stone back. Boom, boom, boom. It's just good to get this little bit of extra texture in here. Even this back wall, I feel like we could do a little bit more with like some kind of jutting out andesite stone structure coming out of that. Doesn't look amazing, but then you can do something like a acacia thing, and then this could be a great place for us to put a couple of leaves and do kind of one of these around it and drag it down into the area here. Do you know what this looks like? This looks like I'm building a CTM map, and this is kind of the... Yo, that in the background looks really good. That this is kind of the area where you turn in the wool. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting from this, and maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me, but maybe it's also a little bit short-sighted on my part to say that. I don't know, but we can bring this over. You actually want to bring this up one more. You're gonna be annoying. That's fine. We'll work with this and bring it over like that. Just because I feel like this might be an area that we can expand in. I'm not gonna go crazy because I feel like we can knock out that wall pretty easily and start to put stuff over there. But I don't know. It's looking done to me. Probably a little bit more leaves over here. You wanna these torches, you need to find a new source of light in here, or you don't, which is another really strange option for us, is we let the natural light kind of be the saving grace here. I don't think that that's how we want to do it, but just because I don't know quite yet, do me a favor and let's put a couple of leaves up here, because I feel like that maybe, just maybe, this could end up looking sick if there's some leaves coming down off the ceiling kind of thing. Natural light coming in. This could be a good place for us to do like a vine. Can I get a do it for the vine right there? And then maybe a vine right there as well. A vine coming off of there. A vine coming off of there. And then we turn around. And we're going to do the full real deal here, okay? So we're up here. And don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain, because this actually looks sick, having this kind of wrap around here. But now we can see everything. And we'll see how it looks. I don't think it'll look good. But you know what? We tried. So you come in. Beautiful cave. Really like it. Don't have vines in here yet, and I really would like them to be in here. So we can kind of bring those around. Yeah, I'm going to stick with this for now. So we come down. It's looking pretty. Very busy. You start, oh, look at this. It's obsidian and prismarine. Very strange. And then you come down and you go, oh, what is this? And it's a little dark. It's a little spooky. And it's way too freaking dark. We're going to need to light this up. But we want to hide these torches in mysterious places, such as right there. Now you got light, can't see the torch. Where else can we put these? Probably in a similar spot, like inside of here, you get some light. You can place this like inside of, not a lot of places you can put it, but you could do like inside of here for some extra light. Can't even tell. Then maybe up here. Inside of there. That one's a little bit more obvious, I'm going to be honest, but for right now, it does the job. Slip one inside of there. I mean, some of these, it's difficult to hide them, and I could do a whole new world out there that we will cover up eventually, but it's not an issue at the current moment. You could hide one, I feel like, inside of there for extra light. But now, yeah, this looks much better. It can be a little bit spookier coming in, but then there's kind of this warm, welcoming cave as you come in. I don't know. Maybe it looks like garbage. You'll let me know. I think it looks okay, though. And I think that I'm okay with it. And that's kind of half the battle. If I get the seal of approval for myself on it, then I feel like it can't be really that terrible. We can do something along the lines of this and start to bring this down. And I'm not positive this is the move, but I feel like we needed a little bit more wood at the top, and we might even need like a little tiny platform up here still. I mean, I could sit and I can make stupid little changes in here all day long. But like even that, it adds a bit because it adds that little bit of wood. Like I feel like you need a piece of wood like right here. Because now you come in and you have, it's kind of, you can see it. Is each major area, you get this little bit of dark oak. And it adds a lot, dude. It adds a lot. I think that's going to do it. That's a really long video. So I do apologize for that. Probably not what you expected from the Wheel of Minecraft, but we made it work. And I feel like I probably would have done something similar to this anyway. Just probably not obsidian and prismarine. But it looks funky and it looks good. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, as always, liking the video is much appreciated. God only knows what I'm going to wheelify next, but I promise you there are good videos coming because I got good ideas. So, yeah. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, check out the Minecraft series. We do building just like this. We've been building stuff everywhere. Obviously, you have the windmill and the kind of farm out here. We have a little dock that we made over here, although this was in the series of mute videos. Eventually, there's going to be a boat here. I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. And we have a nice village nearby that I can still kind of spruce up. All kinds of stuff around here that we can mess with. You know, there's some snow biome, some bamboo biome over here. The world is a bit of our oyster, and I think that we can do a lot of good stuff with it. But this one was fun, and I think that kind of wraps up the hobbit hole type house, unless we want to literally expand this into an actual base and do some legitimate, you know, have a storage room type things or something like that. This is where I start to just lose my mind and throw in blocks that likely aren't needed. Like, I don't think that's needed, but then you can do something like this to add a little bit more texture to around this. It's probably a little bit too uniform too. You'd want to mess it up a bit, but does that look... It adds a very tiny little bit. You know, you can do something like that. It adds a very tiny bit. Who cares, really? That's gonna do it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. You have a good Saturday. And by the way, another wheel video is probably up on the channel already, so go check that out. I'll see you guys later. You have a good day. Bye-bye.